Today, I'm not only going to motivate you by showing what I'm doing around the house, but I'm also going to talk about how you can get results from the goals that you're setting for yourself. Welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen, and here at This Made Her Mom, I want to help you create a home you love to fuel a life you love. It's after lunchtime for me, and I'm getting started with my deep cleaning project, which today is to deep clean my dining room. I'm trying to go room by room around the house. I felt like with the new year, I just needed to have a completely clean slate. So I am doing a deep clean each day, and I'm picking a room each day. If I can't get it all done in one day, no worries, I just take two. I've been thinking a lot about goals and how we get goals accomplished, and I would say the number one thing when you have a goal that you're trying to reach is to give yourself grace. So often we can't get our goal completed in the time allotted, and so then we get discouraged and we get defeated and we give up. Timelines and plans are great things, but it's important that we stay the master over those things and that they don't master us. I'm loving getting my dining room cleaned up. As you can see, there's gunk on the chairs. So when you see me looking like I'm taking a little bit of extra time on a section of a chair, that is absolutely why. With brown chairs, it's really easy for gunk to hide and not show up. And you just end up with food bits everywhere. And so after the holidays, we've done a lot of eating, obviously. We've had guests. And so it felt really good to get all of the chairs deep cleaned and wiped down. I've really tried hard recently to be very intentional with the things that I do. I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to enjoy what I'm doing and find satisfaction in my work. This really helps me to stay motivated. This is a time of year when all of us are setting goals. Some of us are doing New Year's resolutions, and I think even if you're not writing down goals and resolutions, everyone has areas in their life that they would like to improve. I myself have been watching YouTube videos and listening to podcasts, and I am listening to a book called Atomic Habits, and it really is helping me to think through what it is that helps me to accomplish a goal. What I've consistently heard through what I've been watching and listening to, and what I have experienced in my life, is a goal is only as good as the system or routine that has been set up to accomplish that goal. Let me give you an example with keeping the house clean. So let's say my goal is to have a company clean house every day. That's a great goal to have, but sometimes what happens when I have a goal like that is I feel like I need to actually deep clean every area of the house constantly and not let literally anything get dirty or unkept. I have no steps, I have no plans, I have no system, and I am setting myself up for failure because I am going to quickly burn out. On the other hand, when I come up with systems and habits that I would like to add to my day to accomplish my overall goal, then I am setting myself up for a higher chance of success. Meeting my goal of having a company clean house every day has started with having a strong morning routine. So that started with learning to get up a little bit earlier than I might have before to get started on that routine. Then I had to think about what things do I need to get done in the morning that would set me up for my day and save me work along the way. I decided that the first thing I wanted to add to my morning was emptying out the dishwasher from the dishes the night before. And of course, that starts the night before with making sure I've started the dishwasher before I go to bed. If I get up and within the first half an hour of my waking up, I empty that dishwasher, then it's emptied out so that when the family is getting up and getting their breakfast, they can be putting their dirty dishes right in the dishwasher instead of in the sink, and then the same thing can happen after lunch. Now I have just saved myself the action of loading the dishwasher throughout the day. Once I had that habit firmly in place, and by firmly in place, I mean I don't have to think about doing it. I just automatically go to the dishwasher because that's what I do every day, and I don't have to give it tons of thought. Once I had that down pat, then I decided my next habit was going to be making sure that the laundry was switched over in the morning. So I would empty out the dryer, put anything that had been washed over to the dryer. That way, as people got up, if they had dirty towels or something that needed to be added to the wash, they could go ahead and add them, and then I don't have a laundry basket of dirty clothes sitting on the floor. When my kids were younger, I was doing a load of laundry in the morning and a load at night. So when they got up and got dressed, they immediately put any dirty clothes and dirty towels right in the washing machine. And I would start that load once everybody was up and dressed for the day. Then I would do the same thing at night. After showers, when they got ready for bed, they would put any dirty clothes or towels into the washing machine and I would wash that. Nowadays, I have everyone with their own laundry day, and so they're taking care of their own laundry. They're only bringing down their towels. But having that washing machine empty in the morning saved me work in the end because I did not have to load the washing machine with clothes anymore, and I could just start it whenever it was full. I have a big family and a lot of us are living here, and I have just learned that it's okay to ask for help and it's okay to be very direct in what I need. We are truly better together. Once my dishwasher and laundry habits were under my belt, then I began working on keeping my bed made every morning. And I have to say, I absolutely love having the bed made. And one of the things that really encouraged me during this time was where my bedroom was open to the rest of the house at that time. It's not true anymore. And so my bed showed, and I liked having it all made up so that if anyone did come walking through my house, it wasn't looking messy. And there are definitely lots of benefits to having your bed made in the morning. They're connecting it to helping with depression and lots of other things. It just helps us to know that we have a nice, clean space to relax in at the end of the day. And once I had that habit in place, then I also added just going through the living room, fixing all of my throw pillows and making sure anything that was left out the night before is put away. And of course, if those items weren't mine, I would put them on the stairs and anyone who owned those items would put them away once they were up and dressed for the day. What I achieved in the mornings was having a routine so that my house was in general picked up and there weren't dishes in the sink, there wasn't laundry everywhere. And then I felt like if someone stopped by, even if the house wasn't completely clean, I was able to welcome company without feeling stressed. Once I had that in place, I began to schedule out what rooms I would handle for deep clean projects each week. And sometimes that changes, but in general, we are deep cleaning the bathrooms twice a week. And then I'm getting to those other rooms as I can. And I am enlisting help. As I said, my kids each get one chore a day. So they are definitely helping me peck away at those deep clean projects because I am not always home in the afternoon to do them, and they're not always home in the afternoon to do them, but we just keep going, picking up where we left off. I am definitely not perfect, but I am trying to make progress, and I think it's so important to give ourselves grace. We're going to have times we don't feel well, when we're too tired, but if we can just keep on going and not give up and pick up where we left off, giving ourselves grace, we will achieve our goals. You have to believe in yourself and you have to keep trying to make up systems to help you to accomplish your goals. If one system doesn't work or one routine doesn't work, then look toward coming up with a new one. And this is where YouTube will help me so much because I'm always watching videos of other people who are trying to accomplish the same goals that I am. Back to my dining room deep clean. I have wiped down all of the chairs. I'm going to ask somebody to wipe down the underneath of the table for me because that's a bit hard for me with my back. I've wiped down the sideboard and I've wiped down the pictures that are on the wall and I've vacuumed and now I'm steam mopping. I opted not to wash down the walls. That is a huge job because I tend to find that once you get started, you're kind of moving dirt around and it is uneven very quickly. So it's really something that has to be done top to bottom, and it is definitely its own huge deep cleaning project. So it would be on a day of its own. I wouldn't be trying to do other things at the same time. As you are coming up with goals and thinking about things that you want to accomplish, I strongly encourage sitting down and thinking about what routines and systems can you put in place so that bit by bit and day by day you are accomplishing your goals. If you've been around my channel for a long time, you know I've been decluttering my basement. Well, I have been decluttering my basement for 11 months. It is something I am taking bit by bit and day by day, because if I tried to do it all at once, not only would I injure myself since I have chronic issues with my back, I would have burned out a long time ago. But I schedule appointments with myself week by week, and I have to say YouTube has really helped me to stay motivated. You all have really helped me to stay down there and doing it, because you are constantly giving me encouragement, and it has been so important to me to be surrounded by positive people like you who are helping me with my goals. You know, I have my little support cat here, Leo. He's always right there too. And he wanted to come out and say hi to you today. So here he comes to say hello. He's giving you a high five for all of your efforts today. If you think light color floors show dirt, it's actually not true, because that floor looked pretty clean. I love having a steam mop because it doesn't get my floor all that wet, and I can very quickly put the room back together and people can be walking on the floor. I had really hoped to declutter the sideboard, but it's getting later in the afternoon, so I need to get my dishwasher unloaded and get started on supper. I run my dishwasher after lunch most days, and if I'm not home, someone else will turn it on because it's usually either full or almost full after lunch. I'm going to be making Cuban rice for supper, and I thought I would take you along with me, and then I have lots more cleaning and motivation afterwards, so you're going to want to stay tuned. If you've been enjoying this video and finding value, then I would love if you would click on the little like button so that I will know to make more like this one. And if you're new to my channel and you've never subscribed, I would really encourage you to join our little family here. Look down in the comments and see. We have such an amazing, positive community. You can click on the little subscribe button and then click on that bell and select all notifications, and YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video.
Absolutely flawless in every way. That's the day I'm having right now. I pinch my arm to believe. I wish I could stay right here and never leave.
I'm on to preparing Cuban rice and beans, and this is a super easy one-pot meal. We are just crazy about beans here, and so this is the perfect fit for us. I'm going to put the link to the original recipe in my description box below. It's from the Goya company, because we quickly always change recipes. We might make it the first time the way it is in the label or recipe, and then after that, it's always changing. I'm also doubling this recipe. So I'm laying down some avocado oil, and you can see I had chopped up some red onions, although I think yellow onions would be more common. We just happen to love red onions. I had also chopped up these little mini bell peppers. They're little sweet peppers. They're so good, but you could use any bell pepper that you have around the house. And I'm just getting those sauteed, and then I'm going to add some garlic. I always like to get most of my sauteing done before I add the garlic. Then I don't have to worry about burning my garlic or making it bitter. The recipe had called for 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, and even though I am doubling this recipe, I more than double that garlic, but we measure garlic with our hearts, not with a teaspoon. I'm draining the 2 cans of red kidney beans that I'm using into my batter bowl here. It's a measuring bowl because I'm going to use the liquid of the beans, but I want it to count as liquid that cooks up the rice so that I don't have too much liquid. So I am using 6 cups of liquid, and I thought I would give you a little shot of our snowy day out there because it is the perfect day for a 1-pot hot meal. So I have 6 cups of liquid because I'm going to be doing 3 cups of rice, and to that I added Szechuan Goya with coriander and annatto, and if you click on the recipe in my description box, it will show a picture of the label. They also add other things I don't use. I do use the 4 tablespoons of Hunt's tomato sauce that you saw me put in, and I used about a half a can of tomato paste, which replaced sugar in the recipe. And then I'm adding my beans to the mixture, and then my 3 cups of rice, and we just happen to love jasmine rice, but you would use whatever your favorite is if you decide to try this recipe. Now, once my liquid was to a boil, I added the rice, and then you just cover it, cook it for about 20-25 minutes till the rice is cooked, and it's done and beautiful.
This is for you, MC. You're about to make $1.
Okay, you all are confused, and I can explain. You guys left me some of the best comments in my last cleaning video. Just for cracking me up. You made my day. And one of the things that one of our friends, MC, shared in the comment section was that she has a standing bet with herself that every video I do where I make my bed, she gives herself $1. And so when I started this video yesterday, I started filming, I went into my room. Woo, there go my sheets. I went into my room and realized my husband had made the bed. And I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? MC needs her $1. So I wanted to make sure I included my bed making so she could have her $1. And then shout out to our friend Ms. Lady, because she told me that I was the Bob Ross of cleaning calmness. And honestly, I cannot think of a better compliment than being the Bob Ross of literally anything. When we have anxiety around here, we're struggling, Bob Ross ends up on the TV and we watch him paint those friendly trees, and he is just so calming and relaxing. So if I'm like that for anyone, I am just so thankful. I'm getting the sheets changed on my bed, so I take off 1 set, I immediately put it in the washing machine, and I take my 2nd set and put them on the bed. And I was trying to actually do this without removing those blankets and kind of tuck under to save myself work. Yeah, it totally didn't work. I ended up taking those blankets off and just doing it my traditional way. One more comment I just have to mention. Our friend Lisa, you'll see her, she's listed as George Washington in the comment section. Her name is Lisa, and she told me, my son was so excited when he saw your new video. He literally brought me the vacuum and glass cleaner and said, okay, Mom, let's clean. She says, my son is only 4, so I haven't given him chores yet, but he's definitely learning. And man, I just love that. That like made my complete week. And so I have a little message, Lisa, that I would like to share with your son. So if he's not in the room right now, and you can, go grab him and bring him in the room. And I'm so sorry, I did not know necessarily how to pronounce his name, so please apologize to him for me. And here we go.
I need to talk to one of my favorite viewers. If you're watching, Lisa's son, is it Jean or Jean? Either way, I know you're 4 years old and you help your mom clean around the house, and I'm so proud of you, buddy. Keep up the good work. I'm going to show you real quick what we use our sideboard for, give you a little tour of it, and then I'm going to neaten it up. We have these 3 drawers here, and the only one that has anything to do with the dining room is this one. In here I have, this is a little table tennis thing that we'll probably end up getting rid of because it doesn't work with our light. Then I have a white tablecloth here. I don't even know. Oh, I was actually looking for these. These are outlet covers. Okay. And then this is a selfie stick that can also be removed. See, there's always a chance to declutter. Anyway, I have hot pads and I just washed a bunch. I have a lot more than this, and also a tablecloth. And then this is our supper chore list so that everybody knows whose turn it is to clear the table, do the dishes, and store food and wipe down counters. These have to do with school. This is one of our little pads that we put on the table chairs, which are always falling off, pencils, and all the paint for a project that they're about to do, and then all the different papers that we use. And this final one, pencils or pens that we currently use that, you know, the pencils are already sharpened, whereas over here, those are the new ones that have not been used yet. And then this was because our cat was playing with it and I just stuffed it there, but all the different things that they need when they're doing school is in here. Then in the cabinets, each student has one spot for their books and notebooks. This is for chargers and phones and tablets. And then we did drill a hole in the back to bring electricity in so that they could plug their devices in here. Over here, I did the same thing, and that's where we store laptops, and they can plug them in here. And then this mess is mine. I need to neaten that up. These are my teacher manuals and quizzes and tests and that sort of thing. And then final student here with all of her books and notebook and things.
Life comes in all forms and shapes. Look, you will see them all. Taste both the sweet and the bitter grapes. So when the rain does fall, don't lose heart. Love will prevail. Don't lose heart. Love will find a way. The sky's gonna clear, the clouds will shatter. Just you wait and see. And all of those things that you thought mattered were footprints in sand, washed clean away by the sea. So don't lose heart.
And here are all the things that either did not belong in there or don't get used and I can get rid of.
No, don't lose heart. Love will find a way. Love will find a way.
And these have been completed so I can put these in the basement with other materials that have also been completed for this year. This needs to be cleaned up, so what I do is I will just put it on an assignment list for next week and that person will do that.